Hello, welcome friends to our channel Cloud Tested Solutions. So today we will see how we can do the elastic load balancer. That we can say that we have suppose two servers and we need to move the traffic. Okay, from suppose if this one server goes down, so traffic will go to the secondary server. So this is our the suppose primary app1 server and app2 server. So using the load balancer, we will create the architecture like I will show you here. I am showing you here that like the architecture. Suppose these are the users. They are hitting to the the URL that the DNS suppose, and in between we need to create here the ALB, and this is our the first EC2 instance, and this is our the secondary EC2 instance. Suppose this instance goes down first. So after that, all the traffic will flow to the directly secondary instance. Okay, so there is a nothing dependency on the one instance only. So automatically ELB will travel that the traffic, forward that the traffic to the secondary instance. So this is architecture how we can do that. So we will see in this tutorial. So first we need to create here the EC2 instance. So that's the EC2 instance I have already created, and we have launched one website like. So this is a first EC2 instance, and that have the app server 1 and app server 2. Here two are the app servers we have launched, and I am showing you here that first app server, that is the IP13 dot. This is a website we have hosted, and this is a secondary, only the IIS is there. Okay, so after suppose this goes down, so all the traffic will flow to this instance. Okay, suppose you have the web servers, they are both in same application, so your applications will be like these are the both the same. If one goes down, so secondary will work. So I have put it here the different website because you also understand how the traffic is going and all. So first here we have created that the app server 1. We have launched website here also and here also. Okay, so this is in IIS that I have showed you, that IIS page. Okay, so we need to create here first, as per our architecture, first we need to create here elastic load balancer. That is application load balancer we need to create. Okay, so first we'll create here the application load balancer. I'm going to the application load balancer. So in application load balancer, we need to select here the two instances like this. We need to create load balancer here. Click on the create load balancer. Click on application load balancer create. Here we'll give here the name web application load balancer. Internet facing we required. Then here live server, that is our the VPC. Here is our VPC we will give here. These two regions I have selected, and here subnet we need to select. Here we need to select here also the here the security group, whichever that the instance have the security group, that we need to give. So in these instances have the security group launch wizard 2, so that's why I am adding here the launch wizard 2 here. Launch wizard 12, sorry, not 2, 12. So I have added the security group also. So here we need to create here the target group because the targets are the two instances, and here the port number is 80 right now because there we have not configured the SSL. So that's why we can take here after SSL that HTTPS also. Okay, so here we need to select here create target group. In that the target group we need to select instances because we have the two instances, and we need to give here the name. Sorry, lambda function it's selected, that instances. ELB target. HTTP is there already. Here we need to, as it is, put as it is. Health is HTTPS also, HTTP. Then next. Here we can see these are the two EC2 instances that we need to select and click on include as a painting below. Okay, and then we need to create target group. Okay, so after that, come to our load balancing part here and refresh it. We can see after that ELB target we have created, that we need to select and create load balancer. So right now we have created the load balancer, and we can see here the load balancer is here. Okay, that have the DNS. It's now in a provisioning state. Okay, after some time it will active. Meanwhile, we go to the Route 53, and one more thing I need to tell here, that these two instances IPs we have. Okay, these are the two instances IPs we have. Okay, so we need to map with the, this is our, suppose the website freesslconf.ml. Okay, so we need to map that. So how we need to map, like, because we have only the domain. Okay, and this domain in Route 53, we can see here I have created one hosted zone. Okay, all of you know that how we can host the hosted zone. We need to simply create record, and we need to put here the name of the domain name. Sorry, here not. Here we can see here the create hosted zone, and we have already created the zone. Okay, that freesslconf.ml. Here we need to create zone, and we need to simply type here the domain name, and just we need to create. Okay, so that's I have created already. These are the name servers. Okay, so after that we need to create here the record for the load balancing part. Okay, so create record. Here our name is same as it is. Here we can see alias part. We need to click on the alias and choose endpoint as a class application load balancer. Here alias to the application load balancer. Region is here our AP South 1 Mumbai region, and we can see here our load balancer is showing here. We need to select here that the load balancer, and simple routing is enabled already. Okay, and we need to create here. So it will create. Yeah, sure. So after that we need to create for the www also for the same record. www.freesslconf.ml. A record as it is, click on alias. Here we need to select application load balancer. Here is AP South 1 Mumbai region. Okay, so after we can see here the load balancer is coming, and simple routing and create records. Okay, great. So it created the record, and meanwhile we can see here our load balancer is working or not. It's now in active state. We can see here in active state. I am browsing that the load balancer link and check. Browsing that. Yeah, see, it's taking our first website. Okay, so, and we can see here after double clicking, it's going to the secondary instance that have the IS. Okay, so that means it's working. After hitting one, it will go to the first, and then after it's taking the cache. Okay, it takes some time because it's now DNS we have just updated, load balancers updated, that DNS also we have just updated. So we can see the first it goes to the primary, and after that it will go to the secondary. So after some time it will work. We can see here, this is the first. After browsing or after some time it will work properly. So here we can see that. So it's working, that first instance, first first request goes to the primary instance, and then after that secondary instance. So this application load balancer is working. So let's see with our domain it's working or not. Our domain name is okay. So this is our the domain name. It's a request going to the IS, that is a secondary, and after that, after some time, it will come to the first, because it takes time. Okay, so that's why it's showing that one, because our application load balancer is working fine, then this domain will work fine also. So if we also suppose the primary and secondary, these are the two instances are working right now. Okay, so these instances are, as per our architecture, are backend. Okay, we can see the here, as per our architecture, these are the back side of that our application load balancer. Suppose this instance goes down, so all the traffic whichever that the coming from the route 53, it will go to the secondary instance. Okay, so don't worry about that. Suppose the we can say that the secondary suppose goes down, so all the traffic will go to the first primary instance. So that is here the application load balancer works. So here we can see this is the application load balancer link. It's going to the secondary, after that it will going to the primary. Okay, so that works here. Okay, and here also our the domain, it takes time because it's updating our the records, so that's why it takes 1 to 2 hours. We can see here this IS also updating our, here the IS is this traffic going to the secondary. Okay, and after that some time it will, we can see here, see it's going to the first primary. So like that it's rotating over the traffic. It's going, is first request goes to the secondary, then next first primary, like that. Let's see, it's after hitting some time here it's going to the IS. Okay, if we again refresh it, again go to the primary. So as like this, suppose we have stopped this first, this IS instance, what will happen? So this IS instance, अभी suppose हम लोग यहाँ पे IS instance को हम लोग stop करेंगे, तो स्टॉप करने के बाद में क्या होगा कि ये ट्रैफिक जो है वो यहाँ पे चला जाएगा फर्स्ट वाले इंस्टेंस के पास में. सो सपोज वी हैव स्टॉप्ड हियर द IS. तो ये IS इंस्टेंस को हम लोगों ने स्टॉप किया, तो अभी क्या करेंगे, क्या हो जाएगा कि ट्रैफिक जो है, सो ऑल द ट्रैफिक विल फ्लो टू द प्राइमरी, दैट इज अवर द आइसक्रीम वेबसाइट दैट वी कैन से दैट लाइक. See here, the traffic is goes to the primary only. Okay, because our the secondary IS we have stopped. When we refresh it, it's going to the primary only. Okay, तो ये primary में चला जा रहा है because we have stopped here the IS instance. Now suppose we have running it here the IS instance and stopping the our first primary instance, and let's see, primary instance we stopped, and we have running the IS only. Let's see what happens. See here, तो हम लोग यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं अभी ट्रैफिक कहाँ पर जा रहा है, IS के ऊपर जा रहा है, तो सेकेंडरी के ऊपर थ्रो कर रहा है ट्रैफिक. So that's the as like this the application load balancer is works with the two instances. I hope you understand this video and solution will go